So it's finally done. This is my kind of crazy, one-of-a-kind custom I built with that GQH Thomson M1A1 from Trigger Toy. So I built this all I was inspired by a kit I saw, but I really had to make everything on my own, all these pieces on my own. There were a couple I was able to adapt, but most of it was really just kind of my design, using that as some inspiration. So it took a long time. I printed a lot of different pieces. I did some prototyping early on, and then I printed a lot of different plates, kind of decorative plates, because I wanted it to kind of have that futuristic slash cyberpunk type look, I guess you'd call it. And the other thing I made sure to do is there's no holes or glue or anything touching the original part of the blaster. So this can be returned to its original state just by, taking out some screws and sliding some pieces apart. So I thought that's cool too. That way, it didn't ruin the blaster, so to speak. You can still go ahead and switch it back. So let's talk about everything I did. Really, this is one whole long piece here. This front handguard then goes ahead and connects to this kind of half handguard that goes across the top of the original blaster. And then down here is where the stock attachment starts. That actually is screwed to the factory screw spots there. And then this piece is connected to that piece through here using rivet nuts. Okay, so that's what we have going on there. You can see I put a different grip on here, or I just made one that kind of kept with the look of the blaster. Front end here, little flash hider. No threaded tip on this because the metal barrel terminates inside that outer barrel that is, the standard factory one. All right, so let's take a look a little closer. Right, so I went with, put a different knob on here, okay, just to make it look a little beefier. Still left this open, obviously, so that you can still get your blowback and everything. Went with some futuristic style sights I designed, again, just to kind of keep that whole theme going. One of the hardest things was getting this grip to fit and then making this super thin here so that your mag release still works. So that is the only spot that's not as pretty as I would like it to be. Otherwise, overall, pretty happy with the finish on it. Okay, so you can see back here, got your buffer tube. Your stock is just locked on through a rivet nut here and just a very futuristic stock, but you got a lot of room for a big battery in there. So overall, it was fun. It was a challenge to sit here and have to make a lot of new pieces. And then you'd end up just like, once you started putting things together, find new pieces that you wanted to make, or I would find new pieces I wanted to make to cover up imperfections or add more kind of detail to it. So there was a lot of that going on too. Luckily, a lot of those little pieces don't take very long to print. So here it is, futuristic GQH Thomson M1A1 or Tommy from Trigger Toy. And again, just a full custom kit that I designed and put together. We'll do some demos with it. I did upgrade the spring in here, so you're going to see a higher FPS when we do play with it. And like I said, it can be returned to stock. No damaged screws or drill or anything going into the actual blaster. And comments, questions, post them below. Like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in those YouTube contests where you can win over $300 in custom blasters and accessories. Thanks.